Hey everyone, my name is Josh. I'll be one of the volunteers for today. Just a reminder to anyone who's new to the class, before we start today's class, we'll ask you to turn off your cameras if you're needing to, don't want to be recorded for any of the session. Primarily though, we'll have Cody, our fitness instructor, who will be recorded for the majority of the session. Again, if you have any questions at all, you can either send me, one of the volunteers, a message. You could also send Aaron a message if you have any questions. We'll also have a question period at the end of the class. And as we're going along, feel free if you need to take a break, get some water, do that.
Question things on the
throughout the class.
recording and session.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone. Sorry again for that delay at the starts. It looks like we are good to go now, though. Second last flexibility class. So after today, we have one more next Friday. So we're going to make sure this is a good one today. Okay. For all the stretches, remember, we are only going as far as it is to the point where you feel a comfortable stretch, but no pain, right? So whenever you're following me, doesn't mean you have to go as far into a stretch as I am. You just want to find the position that's the most comfortable for you. Feel a nice stretch, again, no pain. For all of these movements, if you have to ease off of the stretch at any point, that is okay. Just stop when you need to stop. Before we get into our long holds, though, we are going to warm up like we normally do. So we're going to start shoulders. We're going to do our hips and that after. So all upper body focus first. You can stand or you can sit for this. Totally up to you. I'm going to do it from my knees. But if you have room and you want to stand for this, you are more than welcome to. We are going to start like we always do. We are going to do some shoulder rolls. So we are going to go 5 shoulder rolls backwards. Just really open up those shoulders. And then we're going to go forwards after that. And then, of course, just like always, we're going to repeat it for a second round. Just really full range there. Finish up forward again. Perfect. Now we're still going to focus on the shoulders, but full arms. So we're going to do the backwards arm circles. Really extend your hands out. And same thing, we're going to go 5 forward. And then we're going to repeat again for both of them. Really reach out and then again, so backwards. And then one more time, forwards. This is going to be nice and quick. We just want to loosen up before we get into the real holds here. Okay, almost done for upper body. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do our straight arm raise. So we're going straight up 5 times. Straight in front. Then we're going to go 5 straight backwards. And then 5 to the side. So out to the side now. Perfect. And we're going to repeat those 3. So forward again. Then backwards. And then side. Perfect. Upper body, shoulders should feel looser now, a little warmed up. So now we're going to focus on lower body and focusing on our hips. So we're going to stand now. And we're going to do the same ones we always do. This one again. So we are starting with that circle on the ground. Let me just fix it. Okay, so we're starting with that circle on the ground. Remember, you can drag your toes right on the ground. We don't have to do it in the air. You're just going to go 5 forwards to backwards, big circles with one foot. And then the opposite direction. Again, that foot is on the ground. You're just dragging your foot, making a circular motion, feeling it through your hip, and then repeat. So first direction again. And then last one. Okay, exact same thing, but the other leg now. So 5 in a backwards motion. Switch directions. So now it's going forward. And then repeat. So first direction again. And then last direction. Okay, one more thing for the legs and the hips. Remember, for this one, we are only going as high as we can comfortably, but we were just lifting our knee up, slightly turning out to the side and back down. Touch the ground every time so you get your balance. And we were just doing that 5 times. A little bit of that rotation with the hip. Then we switch legs. Out to the side, slightly down. Open up those hips a little bit. Perfect. One more time on each side. So one more round of 5. So back to that first leg. Should really feel those hips opening up. Last leg, 5 times. Good. Okay, so we should be ready to get started now. I'm just going to fix the camera a little bit. We are going to start standing since that's what we're already doing. First thing we're going to do, we are going to raise our arms all the way up and we are just going to reach for the ceiling. Push your feet into the ground, reach for the ceiling, and then we're going to slowly lower our hands down in front of us and keep reaching down towards the ground. We're going to go until we start to feel that stretch in the back of our legs through our hamstrings and just hold that position. Don't force it. Just go to where you feel the stretch. We're going to slowly come back up. Bring our arms out to the side. Straight overhead again. And we're going to repeat that same motion. This time, try to go even further down, but don't force it. But you should be able to go a little bit further down towards the ground. And now we're going to hold it longer this time. Remember to always breathe while holding these stretches. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. The more you control your breathing, the better it'll feel. Okay, and come back up out of that position. Now what we're going to do, we're going to spread our legs out just a little bit further. Okay, just a little bit further. We are going to lower back down again, but this time when we get down, I want you to bring both hands to the outside of one leg. Okay, so lower down like we did already, and then just shift your hands to one side and hold in that position. Okay, come back up. We're going to go back down, but this time after we lower, switch to the other side. And come back up. Okay, perfect. So we should have felt that all through the back of our legs, through our hamstrings. Could have felt it through your calves as well, depending on how tight those felt. Now what we're going to do, we are going to go into our lunge position. So I'll fix my camera, but one knee on the ground, one knee down, one foot down in front. We want to keep our core tight. We want to push our hips forward right now. And that's all we're going to do. Just shift your hips forward. Start to feel a stretch through the front of the leg that is down. And just look forward. We're going to hold this. Okay, holding this position still. Don't go out of it. Still hold this position. But now try to look up a little bit and you're going to feel a deeper stretch through that quad now. So just a little bit of a upward motion with your upper body. Maintaining the same position with your lower legs. And you should just feel a deeper stretch. Now, if it's too much of a stretch, ease off a little bit, right? Only go into a position that's comfortable. Okay, ease off. So now what we're going to do is we are going to have the same leg in front again. But this time, instead of just pushing our hips forward, what we want to do is we want to push that front leg out to the side. So we were here before, push out and forward now. A little bit different position, you'll feel it now. But same stretch, just getting that leg outwards a bit here. Perfect. Ease off of that. We are going to repeat on the other leg now. So first thing we do is just hips forward. Just push those hips forward and hold that position. So now, if we're able to go into a deeper position, just slightly lean back, looking upwards, should feel a deeper stretch now. Okay, ease off. Now we're doing the one where we push the knee outwards slightly. Okay, so leaning forward still, but push that knee outwards and hold that position. Good. Now we're going to release that. We are going to have both knees on the ground now. Okay, so both knees on the ground, hands in front of us. We want to have our palms down, And we are going to lean back now. So keeping those arms straight, lower your body backwards, and then let your arms just sink down. You should feel this through your shoulders and through your back. So just relax, let your body lower down. And again, control that breathing, deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Okay, slowly come out of that position. We are going to do it again, but this time, I want you to spread your knees out a little bit further. So spread your knees out a little bit further and then do the same thing. Now you should also feel it in between your legs a bit. Okay, slowly come back up. So leave your knees as they are, but try to now bring your feet out a little bit further. And then we're going to do one more round of this. So knees stay the same, just get your feet out a little bit further and just sink backwards. Okay, release that stretch. We are now going to sit on the ground. We are going to start with our legs bent, feet on the ground. Hands are going to be on the side. So just let your hands go on the ground. What we're going to do is we're going to slowly turn our head, tilt our head to one side, and you should feel a stretch through our upper back and through our trap here. Trap, so right through the neck region on the one side. So again, just slowly turn it until you feel a stretch. There should be no pain here. And just let that stretch do its work. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly release it. And we're going to do the same thing, but the other side. Don't force it at all. Just lower till you feel the stretch. And slowly release again. We are going to straighten our legs now. Still keep our hands down. We will do one more round. One more round. but with those legs straight. Good, slowly release. Then one more time on the other side. And release. Okay, if you need some water, we can get some water quickly. We'll take a short little break before we keep going. We are going to stay on the ground. We're going to lay on our back now. So let me just adjust this a bit. So we're going to have our knees up, feet down. So our hands can just be on our side, on top of us, however you want to rest them. Now what we're going to do is we are going to slowly lower both knees to one side. And again, only go until you start to feel the stretch right through the side of your body. And you're just going to hold those legs there. So just let them rest. You can put a hand on top if you need to, but you don't have to. Now, if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can start to straighten out that top leg. You should feel it just a little bit deeper now. If that's too much, just bend it back again. Okay, bring your leg back, bring your knees up. We are now going to go to the other side. So slowly lower them down. And now if you want to, you can straighten that top leg. And now we'll bring our legs back and knees up again. We are going to stay in this position. Now what we're going to do is bring both the knees towards our body. And we're just going to hold them like this for a few seconds here. Just get comfortable. Now what I want you to do is put both hands on one leg and straighten the other leg. Let that leg go back down and just keep holding the one leg. Slowly release that leg now too. Wait a few seconds. We're going to bring both knees back up. We're now going to hold the opposite knee, so the other leg, and now straighten the leg that you were holding last time. Slowly release that leg now too. Okay, what we're going to do now is we are going to bend our knees. So feet on the ground, knees up again. I want you to cross your leg over your other knee. And then we're just going to hold that position, but push that knee away from you. And then hold that position. Now, if you're able to, if you want a deeper stretch, you can try and pull that knee towards you. If you felt enough of a stretch on the last one, just keep doing what you were doing. And release. We'll lower that leg. We'll now switch sides. So flip. So the other leg is up now. And for now, again, we're just pushing that knee away from us. Now keep holding that if it feels good. If you want a deeper stretch, try to bring that knee closer towards you. And we'll release. We are going to now sit up again, but we're going to stay on the ground. What we're going to do is we're going to put the bottom of our feet together. We're going to lower down, leaning towards our feet. And then once you're in that position, try to slowly push your knees down a bit and just hold that spot. We are now going to try to bring our feet closer to our body. Our knees will start to lift up. That is okay. Bring your feet closer together and do the same thing. Lower down and push those knees down slightly. You should really feel this through your inner legs right now. Okay, release that. You can let your legs go straight again. You can just move them around a little bit, let them get a little bit loose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave one leg straight. We're going to bend one leg in. So the bottom of our foot should be on the inside of the straight leg. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just reach towards that straight leg. So the foot, feel it through your hamstring, back of your leg, feel a nice stretch. You can put your other hand across your body if you want, kind of assist in holding. Okay, now keep the legs the same, but we're just going to reach across our body. So now both hands are on the outside of that knee. Remember, control that breathing. We will now release that position and we will switch legs. So straighten the bent leg, bring in that leg that was straight. We're going to start by just reaching towards our toes. You can have that other hand assist in holding that position if you need to. Good, release that. Now we just do the same thing where we cross our body over. Good, and we're gonna release that now. We are almost done. This is normally when we would be ending it. So if you do have to go, that is okay. But I'm gonna try to make up for some of that time that we lost at the beginning. So if you're able to keep going, we will do a few more. We are going to now lay on our side. So what I want you to do is have your legs bent. We're just going to have our arm down, place your other hand on top of your arm. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to bring that top arm and open up to the side. So just rotate that top hand. Leave those knees as they are. You should feel it through the side of your body and also through the front of your shoulder and your chest for the arm that you lifted up. We're now going to bring that back. We will switch so our knees are now on the other side. Set up the same way, and then bring the other arm over now. Good. Now bring your knees back up. Knees up, feet on the ground. I want you to have your hands down, but with your thumbs pointed towards the ceiling. We are going to, while leaving our back nice and neutral, so against the ground, we are going to raise our hands up and behind us. And just keep lowering until you feel a stretch through your back and shoulders, and then hold that position. Do not force your hands down. Just stop whenever you feel the stretch. We're going to slowly bring them back. We're going to do that one more time, but if you want to this time, you can straighten out your legs. So now our whole body is flat on the ground. And then same thing with the hands. Keep that body nice and neutral. Breathe in, breathe out. And then slowly bring your hands back. Okay, we are now going to do our 10 deep breaths in and out. So just laying on the ground, you can close your eyes, rest your eyes. And we are just going to do 10 deep breaths in and out. Okay, everyone can sit up. You can get some water if you need it. We are all done. That's it for today's flexibility. Just a reminder that tomorrow at 11 a.m. we do have a strength workout for those that are registered for that one. That will be the second last one. So the next weekend will be the one more flexibility, one more strength. So hopefully you guys are able to make it to that. There's only a few more. If you don't have any questions, you are able to leave now, but we will stick around for any questions or anything like that. But feel